Hey Walker, I want to show you how you can start looking at some of these items that you have questions about. So first things first, if we want to look at requests and work orders, you're going to go to your requests or your work orders button and you'll be able to search from there. So starting with requests, so these are all the um, things that we imported from Yardi, as well as every time a new request comes in from a store or anybody can make these requests. And this is the starting point for a work order will always be coming from a request. So you can always do a keyword search of open requests from the top. So if you wanted to search for requests containing the word elevator in the subject, mostly that's where those will come from. You could just do that. That's 45. These are all open by default. When they are closed, you can use this no, only open no, this little toggle here. And then if you run the same search, you're going to find quite a few more. Also closed requests. So we don't have the closed date on here, but we have the request date. So this is the day that the request was created, and that is how you can search out your requests. You can also do this advanced search, and here you can filter the requests by subject, the reference number, Yardi number, the status of the request in the workflow, request dates. So you could say if it was created between the 1st and the 5th of July, for example, and you could run a count. You can see there are 22 in that time period. We can search them by priority, who created it, and then these are all our problem types. So if you were looking for elevator maintenance, elevator repair, elevator capital expenditure, those are your elevator types. So like this one has 12, this one has 18, and so on. You can also do the region. You can search by region. So we have regional search. This is the close date. So you could say not empty to see closed requests, or empty to see only open ones, or when they were closed by greater or less than close date. The category, you're just going to be looking for maintenance requests, so you can pretty much ignore that. And then by property, you can go by property, and imported from Yardi is here as well. So that's the advanced search for requests. Now we can do the same thing for work orders. So we've got our work orders, and the requests become the work orders. So you can search work orders for elevator. And let's just see what we get. Okay, so there's 300 work orders. So these include all of the Yardi work orders that were imported over. And how you're going to know it's one of those is the category would be the historical. See these Yardi historical work orders? So these are elevator. These contain elevator, and they're the historical Yardi work orders. So there's those two types. Here, same deal. We can do only open yes or no. So if we did only open yes on this elevator instead of 300, we're going to get 24. So there are 24 current elevator work orders right now. And then these are filters. So we have all the Yardi historical, all the open PM, and all closed work orders. So you could run those searches, or you can make your own advanced search, filter. So we have the category, we have the IPG or Yardi historical, so you could choose either one. Again, reference, work order number from Yardi, subject, status, creator, requester, the vendor, the executor, not to exceed amount, the total amount, the property. This is if it's a PM, it would have a schedule. And then these are all our dates. So the original request date from Yardi, when the work or the original request date is the date of the request. The created date, so we can have from and until create dates of work orders, scheduled start time, actual end time, and close date. Okay, so that's all the ways you can search. So if you wanted to see all the active open work orders, we would go to this close date and we would say close date empty, and then we can do a count, and then there are 316 current open work orders. Okay, so these are 316 current open work orders. This is 301. I'm not sure why there's a discrepancy there. So if you want to see the number that are over 90 days old, we can do this. We can sort by the create date, and you can just kind of select them. So these were all created 5/31. These are PM ones. See these maintenance schedules? So let's filter those out. So if we say PM schedule is empty, then those will get filtered out. So we have close date empty and PM schedule empty now. And so there's 245. And we can look at our create date. So we can see that this was created this day, and then all the way down to today. You can also filter them by priority. If you want to go back to your filter and you want to use elevator, and we get the elevator ones. These all contain elevator. We can also do problem type. I don't see problem type here, so I will add that for you so you can search by problem type. If there's anything else that you can't find, okay, let's just run this again. Pretty sure we have the problem type on the list page. No, we don't have the problem type on the list page. So problem types. Okay, so like this is an R&M other problem type. Okay, this one says elevator. Elevator repair. Okay. So let me add the problem type to the work order filter and the work order page so you can see that problem type. But you've got your start time, your end time, your close date, your not to exceed amount, who created it, who's the assigner, the executor, the vendor. So like if we sorted by vendor, you can see these ones don't have a vendor. These ones do. Vendors, vendors, vendors. If there's a particular vendor, isn't Janice? No, Janice is. They do elevator stuff, don't they? Also, where's my vendor? Vendor. Okay, Kone, they do elevators for you, right? Yeah, so you can sort by the vendor. Let's say if we wanted to do the vendor, all the Kone work orders, closed or not closed. You'd see these. So this is the close date. So once the work order is totally closed, it'll be closed here. This is the status. So this says that they accepted the job, that they've started the job, and we're waiting for an invoice on these ones, basically. These not to exceed amounts should probably be the estimate for the job. If there was an estimate done, and you can see the document. So this one has a proposal. So here's the proposal. Okay, so that should be a good start for you. As far as like calculating average age of these, we would have to put something together for that. But I think if you just kind of start playing around with this, you are going to get a lot of information that you need. And then you can ask me more specific questions for how to get more information that you need. And I'm going to get back to you on these other questions you have about, what percentage you're getting sent back and other stuff like that. So hopefully this is helpful, and this is a good start for us to have you analyzing the database. Okay, thank you.